Hello and welcome to episode
16.
16 of Accidental Athletes. I'm Holly
I'm Lily.
and we do have actually a lot to catch up on today.
We do. We finally have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we've had a very, very busy few days.
We have indeed.
Should we walk from the first day?
Sure. Well, if you're watching, you can probably see that the background's changed. That's because we're in Fort Romeu. We're finally on our training camp that we've been talking about for months. Yeah, we've been here since we travelled on Thursday last week. Oh, so right after the last episode. I think we said that we were going tomorrow actually. Anyway, we're here now. And yeah, let's
Yeah.
start from back then, I think.
Yeah, so Thursday we had our big travel day. So we got to the airport nice and early. And apparently there's some new rule on Ryanair flights where you aren't allowed to get on your flight or you're not allowed to check in more than 2 hours before. Um, which we didn't know. We thought it was 3 hours. So we got there like just before 3 hours before. So we basically were like hanging out at the airport in like this teeny tiny Cafe Nero for like ages. Like,
We were there way before that. We were there like 3 hours and 40 minutes before our flight.
we were like so early because we were like, oh, we need to be like really organized and on it. And because we were traveling with my boyfriend and he had a bike box or a bike bag to check in because it's like an oversized baggage item. So we weren't really sure how smooth that would work. But so we were there very early. So we were just hanging out in Cafe Nero for ages. And then I decided it would be a good opportunity to use my it's like called like first defense.
Yeah, well, we were all warned traveling out, like obviously you can get sick really easily when you fly. So
Yeah.
like either like use first defense or wear a face mask. And Holly took it and took the advice.
So I took the advice and used the first defense, except I sprayed it up my nose wrong, and it literally like felt like it hit my brain. Like I know it didn't, but like I was in like my sinuses, like my eyes were just like watering. One of my eyes like literally swelled up, and it was like all red. And I literally, so I'd put makeup on before the flight, like only a little tiny bit, but like I still put mascara on. It just all dripped off this side of my face. So like one side of my face was normal, and the other side of my face, like my eyes were like streaming, my nose was streaming, like my mouth was like, oh, it was horrible. So it was quite traumatizing experience in Cafe Nero. And then eventually it was time to check in our bags.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So we'd waited for like an hour and 40 minutes. And then
Lots of climaxes.
we could finally go and check in our bags. And obviously, I don't know if I said it on the last podcast, but I was pretty sure that my bag was overweight because it was hard to lift. And like, I feel like I've got a pretty good gauge on whether it's like 20 kg or not. So I knew it was going to be over. So we got to the scales with Ryanair in Birmingham. You do the thing where you self weigh and like self checking your bag. So I went to the self scanner and I popped my bag on and it flashed up as 24.9 kg, which is obviously a little bit. It's like 5 kg over what you're supposed to have. So I was in a little bit of hot water there, but I wasn't the only one. I think there was more than half of us going had way overweight on our bags.
Yeah, because I think like it's basically impossible as a uni student to have like no one really has scales or anything at their house.
No.
So like you just kind of have to guess and hope for the best when you get to the airport, which is quite risky, especially when you get there and it's like over and then your like hand luggage is like almost full. You're like stop panicking.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's really hard to judge, and I think it's hard because you've got all your training stuff. I don't think any of that weighs anything. It's stuff like toiletries and like maybe like jumpers and jeans.
Yeah.
And for me, I had all my full size toiletries in my luggage, so I just whipped open my suitcase at the Ryanair desk like quickly, and I took out all my toiletries and put them in my hand luggage, and I gave you my jeans,
Yeah.
and then it was 20.7 or something. So that was fine. I was fine realistically. Like it was just a bit of a pain, a bit of like you're in
Yeah.
like it's really stressful because like you feel like you're on a bit of a time limit, and also you don't want them to come over and like see your bag's overweight and be like, oh, we're going to charge you.
Yeah.
I was
There's like a big
quick.
queue. Like
I was like,
it's
quickly take
stressful.
the stuff out. Well, for ages we tried to do the thing where you put your foot under the scales. It didn't work, so we didn't actually do that, but we did try.
It's also really hot at the airport. Like I was like just sweating so much, like just standing there. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally gonna die.
Yeah,
Like they
because
make
you've
it
got
like that on purpose, so you're more stressed.
yeah, you've got like all your joggers and your jumper to travel in, plus your coat because obviously you're not going to pack your coat, and then your carry-on bag. Oh, it's so stressful. So I put everything
So hot.
into that carry-on bag, and then that ended up weighing all my like maybe like 15 kg, and I had to carry that around all day.
Very long day.
But yeah, I feel like I got a good outcome. That other people weren't so lucky and had to pay a big fee, so
Yeah.
I'll take that.
So yeah, that was a rather stressful experience.
That was the start of our stressful
Um,
experience. We must have spent 30 minutes at that waiting desk.
Yeah, like everyone, because like there was we all kind of went at the same time, everyone on the camp, and like everyone was like basically like swapping stuff around each other's bags to like those who had less were like, who had space were like, oh, put it in here, put it in here.
Yeah, everyone's stuff was just
It
mixed
was
up.
like literally the most stressful experience ever.
I remember I kept going to people, oh, go ahead, because I just stood there with my bag open. Also, I don't know what it is. It shouldn't be embarrassing, but like when you're in an airport and you have to open like your suitcase, it just is embarrassing. Like I don't want everyone to see what's inside my suitcase. There's nothing in there
Yeah.
other than training clothes and trainers, but like it just
Literally.
feels embarrassing.
No, I get that. I feel like when you've got to like open it up and like you're just like, oh, like also in case anything falls
Well,
out.
it did. I opened it up the wrong way like a bloody idiot, and all my socks went flying out, and I was just, oh god.
Makes it worse and worse.
Yeah.
And then we went to the plane eventually, once we managed to get to the plane.
Wait, no, we haven't talked about security.
Oh yeah, Lily got stopped at
Oh, so after all this, I put everything in my hand luggage, and every single item had to get checked at security. So I was
Because of
stood there
all the-
waiting for ages
It was so funny.
because of all the liquids. Obviously, you're allowed up to 2 liters per bottle, so the liquid amount was fine. It was like they were checking the ingredients of them all because I don't know, some stuff must be banned. But yeah, that took bloody forever. I got searched, so I buzzed when I went through the thing. I got searched. My bag got buzzed. That got searched. It just wasn't. It wasn't a good start.
It wasn't a good day for Lily at
It was
the
so
airport.
stressful.
It was very long. And then we finally get on the flight. We sit down on the plane and they make this like announcement, and like I've never ever like had this happen before. But like I've thought this was like crazy. They were like, "Oh, we have like a problem where like the waste disposal something valve is like snapped off and we can't fix it. So if we like fly, all of like the waste from the previous flight will like spill out onto the aisle. So like we can't fly this plane." And like they'd waited until we'd all sat down to decide to like tell us this, because they were like, "Oh, we were hoping we'd fix it, but we haven't." So that was great. So we had to then, after getting everyone on, like literally every single person, straight back off the plane and down to the other side of the airport to get on a whole new plane, and all of our bags had to be moved and everything.
Yeah.
It was
From
so
deboarding the plane, it took like 40 minutes to get on a new plane.
Yeah. But then when we were in the air, they must have sped because we literally got there so quickly.
Yeah, it was only like an hour and 30.
Yeah, I thought we had like another hour left of our flight and then we just were there. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, so did I. I did not enjoy that flight at all.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of turbulence when we got over the mountains.
There was loads of turbulence. Also, because obviously the flight was so short, I was like, there's a point like on the flight to Barcelona where you go over all the mountains, and I was like, surely we're only like halfway into this flight right now. And I could tell that we were descending a bit, and I could see these mountains, and I was like, I'm not the most comfortable flyer. And I was sat by myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, why I can feel us descending, and why can I see the mountains? We're so close. I can literally see someone on their ski slope. And I was like, and then there was turbulence. I was like, what is going on? Like, there's no way we were near landing because like we're in the mountains. I was like, oh, this is it. And then it's fine. They said on the little tannoy, oh, like cabin crew seated for landing, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
gosh, I was panicking so bad. I had to like, because I had a window seat as well, and that just makes it worse because I can see everything that's happening.
Really? I think I prefer that. I feel like it relaxes me.
Not on a Ryanair flight because you're tucked in like this.
Really? No, I found when I went on a Ryanair flight the other week, the worst seat was the aisle, because they have this like, the aisle, because they put this bar thing there. So you basically only have like that much foot room.
Yeah, but you put your foot the other side of the bar and just move it in when people walk past.
True, but then I feel like that's like so, I don't know, I was like too awkward to do that, so I was just like squeezed in.
No, I don't know. I think the window's not a good seat if you're by yourself.
Aww.
And if it's a bad flight. But yeah. So what I was just saying, I kept putting my hoodie up and just not looking.
I'm like the complete opposite. I was like so happy I got a window seat, and I was like gulping out the window. Like when we were going over all like the mountains and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, we're at the mountains.
No.
I was like loving it. I was like, oh, like we've got such a good view.
I kept like looking. I had a couple sat next to me, like and I kept looking at them to like see if they'd make conversation with me because I was too scared to start the conversation, but like I needed to talk to someone, so I was that stressed.
Aww.
I know, it's not a good day. But we
We
finally
made it.
landed and we got to Barcelona airport, and that
Big
was
success.
a big success. And then we separated, we parted ways
We
because
did.
we had to go and get into our respective cars, ready to drive up the mountain,
Yeah.
play a bit of car Jenga.
Yeah, always fun trying to fit like loads of suitcases into teeny tiny cars to try and do a 2 hour drive.
Yeah,
But we managed.
yeah, I managed to. I couldn't see out any of my windows,
Literally, I
like in the
think that
back.
makes it so much more stressful, doesn't it? Because you can't actually like see like out of your mirrors or anything. Like the
Yeah,
back is like, oh.
yeah. But I did drive fine. So I know we said previously that I couldn't drive a manual on the other side of the road. This year I was fine. So that was a big win. But yeah, so we drove up the mountain. You got in before me. I didn't get here till like 11:30 p.m.
Yeah, you got here so late. I think we got here at like 10 just before. Like 10 to 10 we arrived. So it wasn't actually too bad. And then we had to go find our room because the place we stay is kind of like a maze. And so it's like really, really confusing, especially when it's like dark at night and you don't really know where you're going.
With your like 20 kg suitcase and there's no
Yeah,
lifts.
yeah. All we just had is like a number, and like everyone else kept finding their rooms, but our room's like down this little corridor thing that like you wouldn't expect. So we were like wandering around for ages, and then we eventually found it. It was so funny. We were like, "Where's 305?" But we found it, so it was all good. Um, and yeah, then we had our first night's sleep. I feel like it's always so weird, like when you've had a really, really busy day, to try and like settle down and like you just feel so like overwhelmed. Like you literally feel like so full of energy, but then also so tired.
Yeah. Also, we were straight into camp the next day, obviously, but like that means we had to be up at 8,
Yeah,
at
early
the room for
start.
9.
Very, very early start on day one when we got in so late.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do like morning monitoring as well, where we basically like make sure like we're not ill or like stuff like that. So we had to go do that like at 8 a.m. And it was actually, did we do that on the first day?
I can't remember. It feels like ages ago.
It does feel like ages ago.
No, I
It
don't think
shouldn't
we
feel.
did. I think we just met at the cars, which we were late for.
Yeah, we were late. We like didn't realize it was like 9 sharp. We thought it was more like 9.
Yeah. And then, so the first couple of days of camp have basically just been getting into routine and getting into easy running because when you come out to altitude, you have to really ease into it so you don't get sick.
Yeah.
So we did that day, we did a nice little jog round a route around here, which was like what? How far did we do? Like 5 miles?
Yeah, so we kind of went. There's like this really big lake in a place called Les Angles, I think it's
Oh,
called. Um, and basically, there's like this huge lake loop that we can do. So we drove down there, and we went and did like Lily did like 5 miles. I just did a bit more, only slightly. And yeah, it was really nice. We just went like super easy. Like we were just like jogging like at the back because we were both like still feeling a little bit like full of cold. So
I don't think we've mentioned that, did we?
oh, that we had a cold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we both had colds and we were like both really like dramatic about it. It's because we knew we were going to altitude and like when you're going to altitude, like you don't really want to be ill coming into it. But we were both like so like, oh my god, we've got a cold. It was so funny.
I've still got it.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's slowly going, but like when you come up here, it's really hard to like get better from things. So you kind of just like stay the same. So like whatever you came up in is kind of like the state you will just remain in.
Unless it gets worse.
Yeah, which is not good. So we were doing very easy runs for the first few days.
It was so was everyone.
Yeah.
That's what you meant to do.
Yeah.
So it was fine. But yeah, no, we had a nice little run, and then just get into the swing of camp really, which is basically just run, eat, sleep.
Yeah, so after every run, this is like why I love font so much. So we go for a run and then we come back and then we all go and meet at this like bakery and everyone will have like a pastry and they're like really, really good options. And then you also get like a little coffee. So it's really cute. Really nice. And
Is it
then-
France that's known for their pastries, or is that somewhere else?
Yeah, I think it's France.
Yeah,
Like
that's why they're so
croissants and
good.
stuff.
They're
Yeah,
really
candy
good.
chocolates. Really, really nice. And then we had the stress of the first supermarket shop, which is always super fun because it's like we don't go out for food, like we cook our own food when we're here. So like you don't start with any ingredients. So like in last year we were actually really organized and we brought like some basic things. Like tea towels and stuff. This year we brought nothing, so we literally were like going around the shop like trying to think like what do you need like to like basically start a whole kitchen. Like
Yeah, because you've moved into somewhere that's only got pots and pans and cutlery and plates. It's got nothing else. Like no
Yeah.
hand soap, no fairy liquid, no salt and pepper. Like you
Yeah.
have to start from scratch. It's obviously quite expensive. But yeah, it is funny. You go around like a French supermarket trying to translate everything and make sure it's all what you need.
Yeah, like everything is really similar as well. Like the Greek yogurt literally is in the same pot in the same place as like the cottage cheese, and you're just like, you don't want to pick up the wrong one because then like you'll be so disappointed when you get home. And
Yeah.
it's so much effort to go to the supermarket because they're all really far away. It's either like a 15-minute walk or a 10-minute drive.
That's not far at all.
Yeah, but like
It's
when
not
you're
like
like,
out of your stuff.
no, yeah, it's not like super easy to get to. Like, and when you go in the car, like, you've got to like go down to like the underground bit, and like it could be snowy, and like
I feel like it's not that bad.
yeah. No, I feel like maybe because like I'm not driving, I feel like
Maybe.
it feels like a lot of effort because
Maybe.
you've got to like find someone who will drive you, and then like you've got to then like go. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
I guess for you, you could just be like you're a driver, so you can be like, right, guys, we're going right now.
That works the same for you though, because you come with me.
True, true. But yeah, so first supermarket shop was a big success. And then we were like so tired after this. Like I can't even remember what we did in the evening of the first night because I genuinely think I was so tired.
Nothing, I don't
I
think.
was like a shell of myself.
Me too.
And we basically did that again the next day.
Yeah, woke up. But where did we go then? We went down to Livia and did a run down in Livia.
Yeah, Livia is basically like, it's really weird. So we're in France right now, but there's this one little town that's in Spain. So we drive there and then we're technically in Spain. And then we go for a run. And I'm pretty sure on our run, we like low-key cross the border back into France. And then we come back into Spain.
Do we on the run?
I swear, because like, if you think like the little village is the only bit in Spain. And like we ran for like 3-4 miles out. About 3 miles out.
I'm not convinced.
I low-key think on my Strava, not my Strava, on my like app, think it was like over the border. Maybe.
Really? Where's your phone?
I'll like fact check this.
Livia's it's a Spanish town, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's
like
not a Spanish country. It's not a country.
it's not a
town.
country. It's a town that's in Spain.
Yeah, but it's actually in France. Like the
it's
surrounding borders are French.
Yeah, it's very confusing. Sometimes you can get asked for like your passport and stuff there. Livia run. Here we go. Oh no, that's my strides. That definitely wasn't out of Livia. They weren't that.
I'll be surprised if we cross the border. I don't think it's that small.
Yeah,
Let me
look,
see.
we did. We went almost 1 mile over the border.
Oh yeah, you were right.
So yeah, it's very cool.
Is that the border?
Yeah, the black line on the map is like the border.
Okay. No way. Livia's actually tiny.
Yeah, so that was super fun. And we found a new bakery that we haven't ever been to before
Crazy.
in Livia, which was actually really good. We had our first like chocolate croissant. So like they do like croissant with like Nutella and like normal croissant, like all wrapped together, and it's so good. That's like if you
Holly loves the Nutella croissant.
I just like love the pastries. Like if you need a reason, like if you're thinking of a reason to come to France, just be like the pastries. That's like the best thing.
They are really good. But yeah, so we had another day, another easy running, another good night's sleep, another big bowl of food, all normal camp stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and then our housemate got ill actually.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was quite a stressful experience actually on this day because our housemate got ill. We were like worried it was like a bug. We think it was just like food poisoning or something now, but we basically had to relocate our whole. So we'd moved into our apartment, and then we were scared that there was a bug, and like everyone didn't want it to spread to the rest of camp. So then we had to basically also kind of like isolate a little bit when we were like sleeping and stuff, and move into a new apartment for 2 days, which was. It's like such a strange experience because it was also the apartment that they use for like the soft tissue support and like the like monitoring and stuff where like in the morning you can go chat to the coaches. So it was like the strangest, like we had to stay there for 2 nights to make sure we were like 48 hours clear of like any bugs or anything. And it was just the strangest experience.
Yeah.
I felt like I was like in like a fever dream.
Yeah, we had 2 nights sharing a double bed.
We did.
And everyone comes into your room at
Like
7:45.
Yeah, like bright and early. We'd be like, oh gosh, and like you
Just
never
want to
know.
make my Weetabix.
Yeah, you have to like just wait in your room and be like, oh, because you don't want to like intrude.
No.
It's so funny.
But yeah, no, that was a big faff, to be fair.
Yeah, so that was a bit crazy. Already like so many things have happened on camp. It's been like so eventful.
It's been very busy.
And it was Lily's birthday was that actually on the Saturday or was it on the Sunday?
It was on that day, that same day.
Yeah, it was actually Lily's 22nd birthday. So, to any of our listeners, feel free to wish Lily a happy birthday for the other day. Um, and we had a really cute day.
Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah.
We went out for burgers,
We did. They have a
the
really good
famous
burger
burgers.
place in Font It's honestly so good. I think it might be my favorite burger that I've ever had. Also, I don't really like chips, but I really like their chips.
They're so good. I was like, last year, um, I was here for 3 weeks and we never went to the burger place. And then the day I left, I feel like suddenly
I think it was the day you left.
everyone was like, let's go to the burger
We
place.
didn't even know there was a burger place there.
Yeah.
It's not like we just like missed you out.
Gosh.
No, we didn't know
Anyway,
it existed.
so when I had got home, everyone was like, "Wow, like these burgers are amazing," and I was like, "Oh, like so depressed," like 'cause I was at home, and I was like, "This is so upsetting." Anyway, this year I was like, "Right, like the burgers, like I'm gonna have one," and they did live up to the hype. They were really good.
What burger did you have?
I had the cheeseburger.
That's so basic.
Is it?
Yeah.
I literally like I saw like I saw a cheeseburger and I was like, oh, I'll just have that because they were all in French. And I just saw cheese. It was like burger cheese or something. I was like, perfect. That's the one I want. It was really good.
I had a burger that had it had cheese in, but not like cheeseburger cheese, different type of cheese, bacon and a hash brown in it.
Really?
It was so good.
That does actually sound really nice. Getting starving now thinking of all this food.
Yeah, I really need lunch.
It's actually almost lunchtime.
I feel like all my I'm always so much hungrier on camp than I am at home. I think it's because all we have to do is run and eat.
Also, apparently, like, doesn't your metabolism work like way faster or something up here?
Oh, I have no idea.
I feel like apparently, like, I don't know. I think everything just like works harder because like you're like got less oxygen. So I think everything just like you just do get more hungry.
Using more energy.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? Yeah, where did we get up to? Every day is pretty much the same on camp, but
Yeah, we've got so many fun things every day. We just do the exact
we've had
same
so much snow. But so my memory of Font Romeu as a training camp was like really lovely scenery, really warm weather because the sun's so intense. And then we've come out this year and we've had literally like a snow blizzard for like 5 days.
Yeah, it's crazy. Last year on our first 2 days, we had a snowy blizzard. I remember like doing like a few snowy runs.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, because
They did on the day that we weren't here. They did, but we flew out and it was fine.
No, because do you remember when we drove up the mountain and it was like starting to snow?
Yeah, but that was okay. But that day, but the next day was fine.
We definitely did like a tempo session though, where it was like really cold and windy and snowy.
At the lack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was no snow on the ground. It just started to like sleet a little.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
In my head, like I remember that as like really freezing and snowy.
No, it was fine.
It's way worse this year though, like really, really thick snow. Maybe because we're slightly earlier in the season.
We're not though.
No one knows.
I don't know. I think weather's just unpredictable. But yeah, so we've got snow outside right now, which is not very fun because I really hate the snow.
You hate the snow. I think snow looks really nice from the inside, but then the moment you step outside, I'm suddenly like, no, it's actually not that nice.
Yeah, and we've also had like no sunshine.
Yeah, no sun. As you can see, we have not got any sunburn on our faces.
No.
So the tan isn't going very well so far on camp.
I feel like I'm not thriving yet. I need the sun to come out to
You
start
need the
thriving.
sun.
Yeah.
We've got like a really nice balcony for the sun as well. So like when it does come out, it's going to be really good. But yeah, it's just been really windy. Like, yeah, but there's still literally people skiing on the mountains and stuff.
Yeah, it's still ski season. This is actually no, I think it ended on Sunday. But yeah, it was ski season.
It's crazy. So yeah, it's so weird because this is like the busiest I think I've seen like the Font Romeu town with like people just like on holiday doing like skiing, walking holidays.
Yeah, it feels like normally like a ghost town, doesn't it?
Yeah, whereas this year it's actually quite busy, which is actually quite nice to be fair. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so lots of snow. So lots of layers have been worn on runs.
So many layers.
Yeah, it's been like figuring out like how to like not get cold. But then every single time, so here where our hotel is like really, it's quite high up, so it gets way more snowy than some of the places that we go to run. So when we went down to Livia, we were all like prepared with like thick like layers, like so many coats and everything to run in. We turned up at Livia and it was a genuinely like sunshine, warm day.
Yeah.
And we were all like, oh, we're so overdressed for this.
Yeah, I was hot. I was so hot on that run.
Literally, I was sweating so much.
But yeah, wait, so should we talk about what we're doing today on camp? Today we've got our first session.
Yeah, so we've done like a little steady state run the other day. Steady is basically like
It's like a small effort.
Yeah, it's like it's not threshold, like it's way below that. It's kind of like before threshold kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you feel kind of comfortable, but like it's not easy running. It's
Yeah.
probably like the easiest way to describe it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did that on Monday, and that was really fun. And then today is like our first day where we're actually going to do like a real session. So we've got some tempo at the lake.
We do. So for time frame, we've been here since Friday. Friday was our first run day here. It's now Wednesday the following week, and we're finally starting to do something with intensity.
Yeah, because like you just have to go so easy for the first like few days.
You do. So we have got 4-minute tempo blocks.
So very exciting.
Yeah, I love tempo, not.
We're just hoping. I actually do love tempo, so I actually am excited.
You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to try out my Bostons.
I thought you were gonna be like, I'm excited for like it to be over.
That too.
I was like, oh, okay.
Get me to the track. No, I am excited. I do like this session. I remember doing it last year. This is a session that you, in your memory, is really snowy.
Yeah,
But
and
it was not.
we did like this warm up loop through like the woods, and like I swear we went the wrong way or something, and it ended up being like so far.
Yeah.
It was like a
so
20-minute warm up. I was like, oh, this is like so far.
But anyway, yeah, we basically just do 4-minute tempo blocks on the road, which is nice. I've got 7, I think.
Nice. I think I've got 8.
Yeah. So
Lots of tempo.
I'll have to report back how our first session goes, but I'm very excited to do something that's not an easy run.
Yeah, I feel like easy running is really fun, but then when like you've been doing easy running for loads of days, you kind of like feel like you're ready to like do something different. Yeah, I'm quite actually excited in a weird way. I think as well because before camp I hadn't really been doing sessions, because I'd had like my down period like after all my races and stuff. So this is like probably like one of my first actual sessions, since my last race, which is actually crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, excited. It's
Now
gonna
we have
be-
to play the game of what to wear.
Yeah, because if you wear too many layers, you just end up so like sweaty and disgusting. And then if you don't wear enough, then you're literally like shivering and freezing. I think I'm gonna opt for leggings. Lily's definitely not gonna opt for leggings.
No. So yeah, we've got that on today, and yeah, that's basically bringing you up to date with camp.
Yeah, a little camp catch up. I feel like what else has happened on camp? So our camp is sponsored by Precision Nutrition. That's how you say it, isn't it?
I think so.
So we've been trying. We've got some gels and stuff. I think I'm gonna use my first one on the long run. I've not actually got that far, but I kind of just want to like try it. But then we've got 2, so I don't know if to try it tomorrow or not. But we've got some like new gels, some hydration tablets, and yeah. So we've been given them. So we've been testing them out.
We have, yeah. So thank you, Precision Nutrition, for supporting us on camp, really, yeah.
Yeah, I have to give a feedback on once I've tried the gel.
Yeah, I'm really excited to try them.
Because apparently I heard it tastes like donuts, but that's what Jake told me, but that could be an unreliable source. So I actually think that sounds really nice, but now I think I'd like, hopefully he's not like got my expectations too high of like donut flavour.
Yeah, I thought someone said it tastes like Calpol, which I like, by the way. So I'm not saying that as like a dig. I think that's quite a nice flavour.
Yeah, so that should be good. So long run tomorrow, we'll have to like give a review next week.
Yeah.
If we use them, we might like save them for another long run. But yeah.
Yeah, no, that is exciting, and it's great that they've given us some electrolyte tablets, because up here you need so many electrolytes, and hydration is just so key.
Yeah.
So feeling
it's
very
so
grateful.
Easy to get dehydrated.
Yeah.
We actually do like this sounds like disgusting, and like if this is probably like so strange to like loads of people, but we have to basically do like randomly hydration checks where basically you like wee into like a little bottle, like if you're like at the doctor's or something and they wanted a urine sample, same vibe, like same little pots, and then you basically like figure out like what your hydration is in the morning, because it's so easy to just forget to drink it, and like also you just get dehydrated quicker. Oh, Lily's having a drink now even thinking about it. And we did one on like the 2nd or 3rd day, and then yours was actually fine, a little
Very
bit
hydrated girl.
Yours was a little bit dehydrated, wasn't it? on the
No,
sample?
mine was fine.
I thought you were a little bit dehydrated.
No, they didn't know what they're talking about. Mine was bang on.
Mine was dehydrated, so I've made an effort now to try and drink some more water.
Yeah, it is pretty rough because they make you wake up and take it first thing. So obviously you're dehydrated because you can't drink throughout the night.
Yeah, I feel like it makes a difference if it's your first wee or your second wee as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
I
was
feel
just
like
really salty because that's just so bad. But
no, it was
yeah,
my first wee of the day, so I think that's why it was so bad. First wee is always way worse than second wee for dehydration.
yeah, probably. Yeah, no, we do a lot of checks on here on camp. So we go swimming every other day. We call it morning monitoring. So basically, you turn up and you take a blood oxygen sample, your body mass, and your NETA wall. So we're basically just checking for any change, which is really really good. It's nice to look after us and make sure that we're being healthy when we repair. But it's basically just to monitor any change in your weight, any change in your blood oxygen, and if your calf's got tightness, basically, because we're doing a lot of trail routes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do that every other day, and obviously sometimes the urination
The
test.
hydration test.
But yeah, no, it is good, and yeah, I
Yeah.
like that about camp. It keeps us in check.
Yeah, I feel like it's good because if you were just like on your own, like, I don't know, like, I think I wouldn't normally think about them things. Like at home, I definitely don't think about things
Oh,
like that.
God, neither.
So, especially like, obviously, like your blood oxygen, you're not really going to check that at home, but here that's actually kind of useful.
Yeah, so no, it is nice.
But yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, we've had a really busy few days. It sounds like we just basically do like the same thing every day. We've also
Yeah.
been for coffee so many
Shock.
times. Like that is like the one of the other best things about Font, the coffee shops. There's like two main ones. There might be more. If there's any more than these two, like please drop us a comment and tell us where to try because like we are open to new places.
Or in like surrounding areas.
Yeah. But so far we've tried Fika, which is really nice. I think that's like a chain which is actually back home. Didn't you
Yeah.
say you've seen one back at home?
Yeah, there's definitely back home.
And then there's also one called like KV Patisserie. So shout out
Yeah, and
to both those
honestly,
places.
everything they do over here food wise is just so nice. It's like made with so much care. Like honestly, I could just eat all of it.
Yeah, same. It's so good. I had a brookie before we filmed this podcast from one of them, and it was so good. It was like just amazing. So yeah, we've been living our best life really, to be honest. We've just been like relaxing and having coffees and pastries.
It's been very good.
It has.
Yeah. Should we get into our Would You Rather this week?
Yeah, I've not heard any of these yet, so I'm quite excited.
Okay, right. This week's Would You Rather is. Let me just think of it.
Just thinking of it on the spot right now.
So we're going to keep it training camp based, I feel, because why not? That is the topic of today's pod. Would you rather run the same route for every single run of camp or wear the same outfit every single run of camp?
Ooh, I think.
Bear in mind, we don't have washing machines here.
Yeah, so everything gets sweaty quite quickly.
Yeah. And I'm talking like every run's there. You don't go to the track.
Everyone's there.
Every
I
run.
would rather just wear the same outfit every day.
And be really, really sweaty. And like, think how cold it is when something sweats so much, the fabric's cold, it doesn't warm up.
Yeah, but it's not going to just continually get colder and cold. Like, do you know what
It's
I
going to
mean?
get damp and smelly.
Yeah, but we've got a hairdryer.
And all the bacteria.
I feel like I would be okay, I think. I would just firm it.
Really?
Because if you think about it, like...
Surely you could get ill from wearing the same clothes every single time you exercise.
No.
Yeah, I think about all the bacteria on it.
Yeah, but it's only like sweat. I feel like
Not even though, because if you're out and about.
Yeah, I think to be honest, if like you wore it and then you just took it home and like as long as it's not damp when you put it away or you dried it, like we've got a hairdryer or something, or you could hang it up on like the banister or something to dry it, I think it would actually be fine.
Those socks they'll be like gone for.
Yeah, but then also like I've not actually got like that many. I was thinking about this. I've actually not got like loads of running clothes here, so I'm actually only alternating between about 4 tops anyway. So I feel like it would obviously be worse, but like I definitely could like live with that. Like I would just have to put loads of spray on every day.
Oh, I felt like that'd make it worse.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Also, I don't think I've sweated that much yet in like
It's so
the
cold.
because it's so cold. Yeah. So maybe like it would take like a few days.
Yeah, okay, but what if you start off? So obviously you're saying how it's been cold, so you've been wearing leggings and long sleeves.
Yeah.
So when it's hot at the end of camp, you've still got to wear that set of leggings and long sleeves.
Yeah, but you could take off. Yeah, you
Nuh-uh.
could have the leggings on, but you
No,
could.
same outfit.
Yeah, but you have to keep every layer of it on.
Yeah.
I think that would be. I actually just think I would prefer that than doing the same running route every day, because at least then like I know you just sweat, but then also like you could get some heat adaptive benefits.
Oh.
But also like the same route every day, I feel like you just feel like so disappointed in yourself that you've not explored Font Romeu at all. Do you not think?
Yeah, okay, right. Would you rather run the same route every single day for camp or run in the snowy blizzard weather every single day at camp?
But you'd be somewhere like new and different.
Yeah.
I think low-key the snowy blizzard, because you just get like the full like fun experience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's kind of like my favorite thing, like going to like different places. And I think like I could like run at the same place every day at home in Selly Oak. But here I feel like it's nice to like be in new places. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I would still rather run in the snowy blizzard. Also, I feel like when you run in like a snowy blizzard, it can be quite fun. As long as you get warm after and you wear the amount of layers that's correct, it's actually like low key, it can be quite fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
wouldn't say the wind's fun, but the snow's fine.
Yeah, the snow's kind of fine.
I don't know if you can hear that
The wind
outside.
gusts now.
The wind gusts have been so bad so far on camp. Like honestly, like it's waking me up in the night,
Yeah,
and I sleep with earplugs in.
Yeah, I think I must be like a really deep sleeper because I've been like unaffected by like by any of this wind. I
Yeah,
run
but also
every
I feel
day.
like you're not like on an external wall. Oh wait, maybe that one's external.
Yeah, that one and the roof.
You must be a deep sleeper.
I think I'm quite a deep sleeper because also I'm sharing a room with one of our housemates, and she goes up to go for a wee in the night loads of times, and like she was like, "Oh, did I like keep you awake last night?" And I'm like, "No," like I actually just must sleep through everything. I think once I'm asleep, and then like, but sometimes it takes me a while to get to sleep. But yeah,
See, I'm typically the same, but I've had every single night since being back in here, I've woken up at 3 a.m.
really,
It's really, really weird.
exactly 3 a.m.
Well, roundabout, yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, but like, it's really, really weird. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Just letting you know. Obviously, clearly my body clock wants me to be awake then.
Yeah, it's like ready to go for the day.
Yeah, and then I wake up again at 7.
Really?
Yeah, which is so weird because that's 6 at home.
Yeah.
5 even when we left.
Yeah, that is so weird.
Anyway, yeah, maybe that's altitude for you. It does weird things in your sleep. I've heard that people dream more out here.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair, I think I did have a dream last night, but I can't remember what it is.
No, neither can I. I always dream, but I never remember them.
I think you also get like when you blow your nose and stuff, I feel like you get like
Have you been
bits
getting blood?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so
okay, that's so
scary.
reassuring because so have I.
Yeah, like I think first year when I like blew my nose and I was like bits of blood in it, I was like, oh my god, like I'm dying.
Yeah.
And then like this year it's happened again, so I was like, oh maybe it's just altitude because I don't get that at home.
Yeah, neither. Like, I don't even get nosebleeds. Like, I've never had a nosebleed before.
Touch wood.
Touch wood, but every time I blow my nose in the morning, I get a bit of blood.
Lovely.
Don't love that.
I'm sure the pod wants to know all about our noses.
I was already spoke about a wee. Might as well talk about noses as well.
We apologise if this podcast has been a bit gross.
It's just real. We're just very, very real. We're giving you that camp insight that you wouldn't get from anyone else.
Yeah, this is like the true
Should we talk about
insight.
wild wees next?
Oh yeah, Lily doesn't like wild weeing.
I wasn't going to talk about me.
I was like,
I can't do a wild wee. That is, I don't mind sharing that. I just can't do it. I'd rather be in pain the whole session and run than do a wild wee.
I'm like the opposite. Like I think like as long as it's like sheltered and no one can see, like I could wild wee like anywhere.
I think it's just really hard for a girl. Well, at least I find it hard.
Yeah, because you've got to like squat down. I feel like boys get it so lucky because when they're out in the middle of nowhere, they can easily go for a wee. Whereas when it's us, we've got to like look for a good location.
Not to mention you've got to strip half naked.
Yeah, in like the little squat. But I feel like it's all about the way you angle your squat. Like I try and like angle.
Oh god.
I like to have like my eyes on like where the people could come from. So I'm like assessing like where's the most likely way where people are going to walk by, and then that's where I like face. So then if I do see them, I'll just like stop weeing and like quickly like hide somewhere.
What does the podcast come to? We're talking about wild wees.
No, we do love a wild wee.
I don't love a wild wee. I've nothing against it. If you can do it, great. Honestly, I wish I could, but I just can't.
Yeah, especially like it must be so annoying when you're in like loads of pain in the session.
I tend to forget about it, but at the start it's
really?
really bad, yeah.
I like actually like can't function if I need a wee. Like I think there's something wrong. Like if I need a wee and I'm running, I literally would have to like just stop.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
I confirm it.
That's quite impressive.
Right, moving on.
Yeah, we want to hear the hot take.
We're revisiting an old hot take, but I'm going to talk about it again.
Exciting.
My hot take is that the snowy blizzard that we have been experiencing the past 5 days is still shorts weather.
I feel like this is like the conversation that like we always disagree on.
Maybe I just want an argument. No, I don't know. I feel like it's come up across the past few days because everyone keeps looking at me going, shorts? And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, shorts.
Do you not find that your legs get like really cold?
No.
See, for me, like, I don't know, like, maybe this is just me, so this could be, like, not relevant for anyone else, but when I find it really cold, like, where my, like, hamstrings and my quads get, like, cold, and so does my glutes, and then, like, my whole legs feel, like, stiff, like, I can't move them if they're, like, so if I was running in shorts, I feel like I just would be really stiff and, like, wouldn't, like, find it as easy, whereas, like, in leggings, I'd rather be a bit more sweaty and nice and warm. That sounded gross. And like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be like sweaty but warm, and then like at least my like legs feel like good, and I feel like I actually like don't mind sweating like a bit.
I don't
Like,
feel any warmer in leggings.
really,
Yeah, they just feel uncomfortable. Like leggings aren't thick enough to keep you warm. Everything's still
really.
hitting basically your leg.
But then I don't know. I find it like a massive difference. Maybe I'm just like I don't know.
I don't know. Even so, I'd rather
Maybe Lily
run.
needs to like invest in the same leggings that I've got.
No, because I like shorts. That's completely against what I've just said. I just feel like I'd rather have not that I have this, but I'd rather have numb legs and run in shorts and run in leggings. Every time I put leggings on and run in them, they just fall down, or they feel not even if they don't fall down, they feel like my leggings are tight, like they do fit me, they're tight. But as soon as I start running, they like stretch and become like baggy in places, and it's just so uncomfortable.
Really?
Well, not noticeably, but I feel it. And I'm just like, oh, just get them off. It just feels horrible. I just don't like it.
I like genuinely like this is like crazy because I just like have never noticed that once. Like some leggings, fair enough. Like I wouldn't want to session in some leggings, but like I feel like I low key like I just love them. Like even at home, like I would opt for leggings. Like I can't remember other than sessions. Like I'll always wear leggings, and then even on the
Or
way
in
to
summer.
well, yeah, but even on the way to a session, I will wear leggings, even like when it is the summer, unless it's really, really warm. Because I just prefer, like, I don't know, I just think I've got like a weird thing where I don't like being cold. I think like maybe it's like trauma from so many years of cross country
Maybe.
that like actually like I hate being cold. Like I just love being warm, and I'd rather be hot and too hot than too
Oh,
cold.
this is a good point, actually. Not a good point, but it's another conversation. Because I literally said this the other day when we was on the run. I was like, I'd much rather 10 times out of 10 every day feel cold when I run than feel hot.
No, I would rather feel hot. Maybe though, like how many, like I feel like I've been to warm weather so many times when I was like younger and stuff, like in Portugal and things. So like when I'm hot, like I don't know, I feel like I can't.
How is that
I just,
related in
like,
any way?
No, because like I feel like you're really hot there, and like I love it. Like I love feeling like really hot when you run, because I'm like, oh, do you know what I mean? Like there, like I don't mind being hot, and then also like just in general, I just don't mind being too hot. I'd rather be too hot than too cold.
But I feel like you run quicker. Well, for me, I'm not going to make it generalised. I run quicker when I feel a bit cold because I feel like I can feel everything. Whereas when I'm hot, I'm just like, I'm hot and I'm overstimulated.
No, see, for me, I would race better when it was 30 degrees, like hot summer day in UK.
Oh, yeah, so would I.
Than a cold day.
Yeah, well, you do anyway because your muscles are warm, right?
Yeah, but you just said you run better in the cold.
Yeah, when I'm training.
Yeah, but
A race is 2 minutes.
true. But even like in the heat, like do you remember last year in the summer, there was this like one session that I like vividly remember it being like really, really, really hot. Because it was just before I was like doing like a bit of heat training at the time, like going to the sauna, and not very much, only like twice a week. It wasn't like crazy serious or anything. But, but I was like trying to like practice for the heat because I was going to do a race somewhere where it was going to be warm. And so I remember like this one day it was so hot at the track, and I was like, this is like perfect, like heat training. And I just remember like having like such a good session. Like I was just like loving it. Like every single time it gets hot, I just love it. I don't know why.
Fair enough.
Whereas you would like prefer it be freezing.
No, God, no. I want the weather to be... Right, I feel like you're not really listening to what I'm saying. I want the weather to be hot, obviously. As I said, I don't like the front most cold right now. But I will always wear little clothing than you will because I like the feeling of like it being refreshed and being cold.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I take my top off and I'm in a sports bra, that next rep is like amazing.
Yeah, see, I love that. That's like the best feeling. Like when it gets warm, I feel like I try and wait till at least halfway through the session normally, because then it feels like a reward when I get to take off my vest and I'm in my sports bra. That's like the best feeling ever. So yeah, we do agree on that. We are both excited for it to get warm.
Yeah, we are.
So yeah.
Well, this is our first episode in Font Romeu. We're going to try and change the background, I feel like, every week now.
Yeah, we wanted to do it outside, but I think we would have been like shivering in coats.
Yeah, we needed to get a bit warmer.
So we decided we're going to do it inside.
I really want to take the podcast up the mountain.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe when it's less windy. Otherwise, we might get blown away. But
Or even just in the car, like up to the Pyrenees
Yeah.
at sunset. Aw.
Oh, so we'll try and like mix up the podcast locations for you guys. We apologise, it's a little bit boring this week, but you do get the French chalet feel.
Oh, yeah. If you want to know anything about camp or a way training camp works, please let us know. We can talk about it.
Yeah, let us know anything you want to know about our experience in Font Romeu. Yeah, like and subscribe,
Yeah.
follow everything.
Yeah.
Leave us a 5-star review.
We would love that. We'd love some positive feedback. But yeah, other than that, thank you for listening and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.